Okay. Inamba, welcome to this interview.
Thank you very much.
You are the Director for Publicity and Information, that's for Zambia Drafts Federation. Could you please tell us the latest development in drafts?
Well, thank you very much, and thank you very much for according us this opportunity to speak to our members and the public. The latest development is that the Zambia Drafts Federation will be holding its annual general meeting this Saturday at the National Sports Council offices here, a complex, the NASDEC complex, from 8 hours until later in the afternoon when we have concluded business. What we will be doing at the AGM is that we'll be electing the new leadership for the next term of office. I will give an example. For example, the president of the Zambia Drafts Federation, Mr. Tentani Mwanza, is being challenged by Mr. Albert Shamuele from one of the clubs. Also at the AGM, we are going to be giving awards for the 2013 season, club championship and the league champions and the best players. And as you might also be aware that the format of draft that has been played, as we normally call it, has changed. We are now using the international standards, which are played at international level and at African level. Now, having said that, we will even be sending this year, in August, 3 players to the African Championships in Niger. That is, we have Mr. Mwaza Sakala. Then we've also got Kennedy, and we've also got Eddie, another player whom we'll be sending there. Of course, they will be accompanied by officials from the Zambia Drafts Federation. That is what has been happening in drafts over these years. It has been moved to another standard. We are at international level. We are members of the World Federation of Draft Associations. We are also members of the African Federation of Draft Associations.
Okay, you've talked about elections. Have people filed in their nominations?
Well, I'll give an example. For example, myself as Director of Information and Publicity, I'm being challenged by one of the publicity secretaries from the clubs, and I mean that is what a real federation or sports association expect. In every election, you expect people to file in. And it's open to all members, those that are affiliated to the association. It's open right up to the time that we are going to be having our elections. Yes.
When is the closing date for nomination, filing in of nominations?
Well, with the closing in for nominations would be a day before the AGM, because we cannot combine the annual general meeting itself with the filing in of nominations. So we've tried to separate the administration, the preparation of the AGM from the actual event itself.
Okay, thank you so much for your time.
No, thank you very much. I wish also to appeal to our members across the country. The tournament director will be leading a team of officials after the AGM to visit Muchinga province, that is in Chinsali, Mpika itself, and then after that they'll come through to northern province. As you might be aware, we have clubs across the country in all the 10 provinces of Zambia, and we have been organizing and improving the standard to meet the international standards everywhere where drafts is played in Zambia. Thank you very much.
Okay, Inamba, I'm sure we'll have a lot to talk about during the AGM at NASDEC this coming Saturday.
We'll see you there at the AGM.
Okay, fine. Bono Mwemba, you are the technical director for Zambia Draughts Federation. I'm made to believe that I know Zambia is supposed to be hosting a drafts international event. What is it all about? And could you please tell us how far you've gone with preparations?
Thanks very much. And where we are at the moment, we are still linking up with the companies who are going to assist us to see the event going on well in November. Otherwise, we are still scouting funds for the same tournament.
So what's the name of the event, the tournament you're going to, Zambia is going to host?
It will be called the African Championship. Yes.
And what does the hosting of this crucial event mean to you as Zambia Draughts Federation?
It's an honor for the nation because in Africa it is going to be the first event to be hosted in Africa. All along it has been in Europe, America, but this time it will be hosted in Africa, in particular Zambia. That's why we are happy as Zambians to be the first to host the tournament.
Lastly, as tournament director for the federation, you holding your AGM, which will mark the beginning of the 2014 season. What are you going to do to see to it that you hold as many tournaments as possible countrywide to market your sport?
Being a servant of, if I know I'm going to be re-elected at the tournament again, and I will be consulting my electorates so that to see what type of tournaments we should be holding. Otherwise, I have a number of lists of tournaments to be held in the near future. But otherwise, it's up to the electorates to maybe to retain me as their tournament director.
Okay, thank you for coming.
Thanks very much.
As you may well be aware that since the inception of the new National Sports Council Management Board, which came into existence on 4th November 2013, under the able leadership of the chairman, Mr. Mwamba Kalenga, the professor, the emphasis has been on good governance. And one of the tenets of good governance is this same spirit of having annual general meetings. Annual general meetings are a very important activity in any of our affiliates' calendar because it accords you, the members, to account for what you did in the previous year and indeed to unfold the plans of the ensuing year. So annual general meetings are very important on any of our affiliates' calendar, and I'm happy that you have been able to hold an annual general meeting within the stipulated time that the National Sports Council alluded to. Just a bit of a background. Some time back, like was earlier alluded to by my earlier speaker, Zambia Draughts Federation had actually gone into oblivion. There was no activity. Even our affiliates were, I would safely say, we were less by one. Until 2013, when a group of your representatives approached my office and wanted to register the beautiful sport of drafts. So when we went into our files, we found out that actually drafts existed, and it was only a pity that it had gone under due to lack of activity. And we're very happy that we had people come forward to resuscitate the sport, and we welcomed them with both our hands. And I want to say that since that time, we have never regretted as a council having emitted our one time for second son back into the family. So for that, I give you a hand. Your executive has been very vibrant. I think a lot of activities, speak for themselves. They managed to send a representative to the World 64 Draughts Championship I think that was the first time it ever happened in Zambia. And with just a little of our assistance, much of the credit goes to the executive and yourselves for the support and the effort that you put in to send this one diligent, athlete to represent the entire nation. And we're very proud that he actually came out number 35, the whole world. In Africa, we are ranked number 2. A big hand for that achievement. Having said that, as a National Sports Council, we will still not stop urging the executive and yourselves to look forward to sending even more players. But at least you've shown us that you can send players to the World Championship. And I know, come the next World Draughts Championship, I think we'll have a bigger contingent go to represent us and even come back with so many wares as did our first representative. I want to thank him once more for having set a very sound, base for all of us here. Being an association, yes, there is talk of, minor sports and major sports. As National Sports Council, we don't look at any of our affiliates as being minor or major, sports. The thing is, sport is track and field. So the president of the Track and Field Association is the biggest person in the land when it comes to sports. Unlike here in Zambia, it's football. But I can rest assure you that if you worked hard and put your heads together, drafts one day can become a major sport. So the onus is entirely on us to prop ourselves up and be recognized as a major sport. That one, I know I'll throw it back to the executive committee because these are the people that you have entrusted the responsibility to make this sport grow. And I was impressed from the secretary's report where you are opening up new grounds. And that's the idea. For you to be called a national federation, you must be present in every other province of the country. It will not help the sport to be just in existence here in Lusaka alone or along the line of rail. Then you will not be a national federation. The only way you can qualify to be called a national federation and to attain that fame of being major sport is when you spread your wings even to further places like Northwestern Province, Eastern Province. Muchinga, I'm impressed that Muchinga has just been inaugurated and you are already sending representatives there so that you have presence in the Muchinga province. The idea or the sports policy of government entails massive participation by any sport. I can see that you are going towards attaining that goal of massive participation. You see, our job as sportsmen is to bring entertainment to the people. We have nothing else to do other than just bring entertainment to the people. Sports is one of those major things that brings entertainment to the people. And when you bring entertainment to the people, you find that people are more healthier, and the crime even goes down. So this is why, as a sports council, we will bend backwards to support any sport for as long as there is good governance in the sport. So I want to urge you not to look back, but to look forward. Yes, you did achieve a lot of gigantic steps in the previous year. For that, I congratulate you. But I'm in receipt of another calendar here which shows some other major events this year. The Niger, is it Niger or Nigeria 10 by 10? We will only be too happy as a sports council to support you so that you go and fly our Zambian flag very high in Niger. What we are giving. But as you know, the funds are very scarce. We have got 42 babies. 42 babies, and the cake is not as big. And we can't blame government because they have got so many other areas they have to look at. Health, education, roads, and all these other developments. So that sports, we are grateful with the little that they are giving us to sustain us. So the only thing that I can challenge our executive here is that go flat out and fundraise. If you need our indulgence in your fundraising ventures, please, our offices are open. We want to see a situation where by this time you have already raised all the required funds for this Niger trip. Let's not wait until the trip is around the corner. That's when now we want to write all these letters to the, it won't help us. And especially that even when you're coming to knock on National Sports Council door, you're not assured that you'll be given that 100% or 60% financial help. So the onus is on you to be well aware that, or well assured that you are going out, so that whatever we put up ourselves is just complementing your efforts, and then you can even remunerate the athletes properly. Because again, sending athletes there without any token of appreciation defeats the whole purpose. Because then where is the zeal, where is the ego for him to win or to succeed? And gone are the days now.
Kaunda Square.
Well done.
Can you continue so that the camera can
Keep it up.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Keep it up.
Well done. Hapa mkali.
Congratulations, Kanyama. Keep it up, eh? Thanks. Here's your prize.
Congratulations and well done. Congratulations.
Well done.
Well done, John Bedouin. Keep it up. Well done.
Bueno. So imekai tunambia tumwenda ku Niger kwenda kucha represent ziko ino. Manje permit nambia hapa pita masiku. Manje so hapa training yenda ma preparations enda bwanje.
Training is serious maningi na ma training. So tingwa embekezera cha better ndizo kuchokera kwa government na National Sports Council to attendees.
So munga ku trainer mu trainer muzimvira kutati zona you are ready and mukaenda kuja Mozambique shota tima mwabwera na medo kuno.
Ndiso konzeka nawo za mvera kuti kwabwera makaswiri anzatu. Ola kuti ni nthawe yoyamba.
It's cool. Mwaza Sakala, welcome to this interview.
Thank you very much.
You represented Zambia in Russia sometime last year. Now you are headed for Niger. How do you feel?
Yeah, I feel good. Yeah, last year I did represent Zambia in the Russian Draft 64 Championship. And this year in August, I'll be representing Zambia in the 10x10 Draft Championship in Niger.
Just for the viewer's sake, how was it in Russia? How did you feel? I mean, representing the country for the very first time and playing, big names. How did you feel?
Yeah, I felt very good, and to me it was a very big experience, very good exposure for me, and I must say with this little experience I have, I'll be able to perform much better than I did last year when I participated in the Draft 64 Russian Championship. Now this coming championship in Niger, I'm sure my performance will be much better. And I won't come empty-handed, but I'll come with something for Mother Zambia.
Wishing you all the best.
Thank you very much.
Nyanja.
Hello, muli bwanji?
Bwino muli bwanji mami.
Ndimonda nzina yanu?
Zinanga ndine Elias Munkondya.
Elias, timvera kuti ati muyenda ku Niger kwenda kucha represent ziko kuli ku tournament ya ma drafts. Nanga munamba kuzikonzekera manje?
Ya tinamba kuzikonzekera manje tafika patali nthawi zino. Tiyembekezera chabe ma sponsors event vikankhala bwino ndishise tizaenda chita zinthu zodabwisa kuti tizaenda.
Manje ma sponsors mukamati mwembekeza ma sponsors bazamutandizani. Meka pela mukaenda kuja muzaba chi disappoint. Mukamba pochani.
Westizaendo wasta disappoint. Monga mwane tiriri hapa ndisokonzeka maningi. Ndisozikonzekera maningi. So tuna every Friday tinkala na training yolimba. So stinga yese usawa disappoint ma sponsors.
Elias, zikomwe?
Sikomo kwambiri tamikira.